Hey again. So, today I'm going to talk about a little bit what to expect during your massage, some things to do and not do before your massage, and go over more of that. Again, just remember that none of this is medical advice. It shouldn't be taken as medical advice. It's all just information. Um, Obviously, well, first of all, before you get a massage, if you have any conditions or anything, check with your doctor first. They know what's going on and whether or not massage is a good idea. Um, so, first of all, some other things to do. Come clean. Shower first as soon as possible before your massage. Sometimes you're coming from work and you can't, but do your best to be clean before your massage. Wash your feet. Um, some places actually have showers in them, so if your therapist has a location that has a shower, you may ask to use that. Um, Keep your feet clean, wash them if you can, wear open-toed shoes before your massage so that if you are going to be coming straight from work, your feet aren't going to stink as bad. Um, Sometimes it's unavoidable. You can ask your therapist for a foot bath. It might cost a bit more, but usually they'll just throw it in. Depends on the therapist. Um, Explain any injuries that you have. Doesn't matter if it's just a shaving cut or whatever it is. It's good for your therapist to know what they are, where they are, so they know to avoid them beforehand instead of coming on it when you're relaxed and then having to ask about it later. Sometimes it happens, you don't remember until halfway through the massage that you hurt yourself. But sprains, strains, cuts, scrapes, bruises, it's all good to let them know what it is. Also, things like rashes or especially anything contagious your therapist needs to know about. Warts, people are uncomfortable mentioning them, but your therapist is going to be a lot more comfortable knowing about it beforehand, where it is, or they are. Um, Sometimes they may have to wear gloves if it's something contagious. They don't want to spread it to their other clients, they don't want to get it themselves. It can put them out of business, and that's not a good thing. Um, let's see. Inform your therapist about what allergies you have or sensitivities, because there are things in products that they may have. I'm allergic to shellfish. So far, I've never had any reactions to different things, but occasionally scrubs are going to have seashells in them. People who are allergic to food, sometimes there's different food parts or byproducts inside of products that we use, whether it's an essential oil or whether it's a mud product or whether it's a scrub or anything like that. Sometimes lotions have it, so they need to know what sensitivities you have. Not just sensitivities to products either, also sensitivities to pressure, especially in certain areas. If you've injured yourself or bruised yourself or you're just carrying a lot of tension somewhere and it's more sensitive to pressure, let your therapist know. If you're ticklish, if you're sensitive to any heat, a lot of times if we're using hot towels, and most therapists will use hot towels at some point or other in your massage. Hot stones especially they need to know about if you have high blood pressure or anything like that. So let your therapist know what's going on with your body. It's best if you let them know and they don't find out later because something bad happens. It's better for both people, for your safety. Be specific about what you're there at the massage for. If you have a lot of stress in your upper shoulders, a lot of tension, let your therapist know. If it's more of a lower back problem or you want them to focus extra time on your hands and feet, it'll give them an idea of what you're looking for, of what you want done. Let's see. And it's always good for your therapist to know as much about what they're going to be doing beforehand as possible. If you can, share with your therapist what your occupation is. It can help us know if you're an athlete, then you probably have tension in your legs and arms. If you're a stay-at-home mom, upper shoulders, neck. If you're a nurse, you're on your feet all the time, you have a lot of leg tension again, and upper shoulders. Nurses go through a lot of stress. If you're a teacher, you're moving your arms, again, upper shoulders, or you're sitting down and it's your lower back. So knowing what your occupation is, what you do, what your hobbies are, can really help your therapist to have an idea of what you're going to need. If you have had massage before, then let your therapist know different techniques that you liked. Let them know if you like more or less pressure. It's really good to know the difference between a deep tissue and a Swedish massage. A lot of people think deep tissue means more pressure, and that's not necessarily true. Deep tissue refers to deeper muscles in your body, and a lot of those are accessed more through different stretches. So if you are a very active person and you have a lot of tension, you're probably looking more for a deep tissue, and you can get a deep tissue that doesn't have too much pressure. Your therapist can vary that. It's different. A Swedish massage is more for circulation and relaxation, and you can get a Swedish massage with a lot of pressure. But again, your therapist has to know that, and to know that properly, you have to know the difference between a Swedish and a deep tissue. Sorry about the background noise. Something else. Remove your jewelry as much as you can. Wedding rings, I know people like to keep on. Certain necklaces and bracelets have specific meanings behind them. And so if you want to keep it on, it's okay. It's not going to be the end of the world or your massage, but it's more comfortable for you and the therapist if you have as much of your jewelry off as possible. Earrings, belly button rings, any types of piercings especially can damage tables, so as much of those as possible being removed is a very good thing. And that's all for jewelry. Yeah, just take as much of it off as you can. If you're going to shave like your legs or your armpits, do it as soon as possible before your massage. If you're coming straight from work, try and do it in the morning of the massage, not the day before. Otherwise, you're going to be stubbly and it's not going to be as comfortable for you or your therapist. Try not to cut yourself because, again, we can't work on injuries that are fresh. If you're going to wax, don't do it the same day. You want to do that probably 2 or 3 days so that your skin has time to relax. It's not going to be inflamed. It's not going to be as sensitive. And just like any other precaution after waxing, you don't want to go take a hot shower within a couple days of when you're going to be of when you've been waxed, because your skin's more sensitive, and you can get infections and stuff like that. If necessary, clear massage with your doctor. Like I said earlier, your doctor's going to know, like if you have high blood pressure or you're on certain medications, some of those don't go good with massage. So your therapist needs to know what medications you're on, and you need to make sure if you're on any medications that you check and make sure it's okay to get massage with your doctor. Same thing if you're pregnant, etc. Show up early, and also make sure you give your time around the massage. If you don't make sure you have enough time before the massage, you won't be able to get there early. You're not going to be able to fill out any necessary intake forms or paperwork. And it's going to cut time out of your massage. Your therapist has given a window, a slot in their day that's a specific amount of time, and if you show up late, then it's not going to come out of their time because they have other clients. It's going to come out of your massage. Just show up early, be ready to fill out your paperwork and everything, have ID and payment and everything ready, obviously. And yeah, and after the massage, you want to make sure that you have time afterwards, because when you get up, you're not going to be moving as fast. You've just been relaxed. You've been in a fairly deep state of relaxation, and you're going to need time to recover so you can drive safely. It's not quite like driving under the influence, but believe me, after you've had a massage and you know how relaxing it is, and you know that you're going to want to give yourself some time to wake up completely and be ready to respond and drive safely and travel and everything. And also make sure you don't have to leave right after your massage and be in a rush leaving, because that's undoing a lot of what the massage just did by relaxing you. So try to schedule some time around your massage that you have, so that you're not in a rush to get in or out. Go to a reputable therapist. A lot of times you see $20 massage or $30 massage or whatever, and those can be reputable places, but make sure you check reviews, make sure your therapist is actually certified and it's not just some back alley corner place that's doing it for cheap, because your therapists, or I should say masseuses, because there is a difference, who don't know what they're doing can hurt you. And if they don't know what they're doing, and you go get a massage from them, then they probably don't have money. If they hurt you, then so you can't sue them. They're probably not insured. It's not safe to go to places where the therapists aren't insured. So make sure your therapist is certified and insured and has all their things straight before you go. If they have a website, check the website, check other places for reviews. There's plenty of ways to check and see that your therapist is certified, and you can check their certification number if they're in California on camtc.org, I think. I'm nationally certified, so you can go check my number at ncbtmb.org, and make sure that your therapist is not just certified, but also certified and in good standing, that they have insurance, that everything's worked out there. Let's see. What else? Wear comfortable clothing before and after your massage. It'll help you to relax better after you're getting off the table. It'll help you to be more relaxed when you get on the table. Again, if you're coming straight from work and you just have a really uncomfortable uniform, you can't really help much about that. But do your best to wear comfortable clothing. Make sure your cell phone is off. I always keep my cell phone off when I am working on someone, because it is their time. They've paid for that section of my day. It's not my time to be getting text messages or to be talking on the phone or getting calls. The same thing goes for you. It's your massage. You've paid money for it. You want to be able to relax as much as possible. And if you're getting texts or phone calls, or your phone just buzzing midway through a massage, it's not going to be as good for you. So if at all possible, I mean, occasionally you have an emergency, or you have kids that are young that are home alone that you need to be able to have in contact with you, so that your therapist will understand, but it's best if you can keep the massage off. Come hydrated before you come to the massage. If you know you're going to get a massage that day, you will sweat, you will lose body fluids, so make sure that you are very hydrated. It'll help you to be more comfortable. It'll help you to flush out your toxins better. And use the bathroom right before the massage if at all possible. Your therapist should have a restroom available for you. It'll make it a lot easier to relax. You won't have to go to the bathroom midway through the massage and interrupt it like that. You'll be a lot more comfortable. Let's see. Breathe. When your therapist should ask you to breathe, at least when you're in beginning the massage, and in any stretches, your muscles will only relax when you exhale. And so if you're holding your breath, and a lot of people do this and don't even realize it, they'll hold their breath or take very shallow breaths. You want to take as much as possible. Keep breathing deeply, and it'll help you to relax and get a lot more out of your massage. A lot of times your therapist will ask you to drink some water. They shouldn't say drink 8 glasses of water, because that's prescribing something, but they probably will ask you to keep hydrated. You should keep hydrated. It's best for you. You'll get more out of your massage if you keep hydrated. So yeah, and they also might give you stretches. Again, they can't prescribe stretches, but they can say this may help you. They can tell you that it's a good idea if you stretch. They can give you pages from like Mayo Clinic or other places that have lists of stretches for you to do. And so you can look up stretches yourself for different areas that you're having pain and anything. And I'm going to do my best to give you guys some suggestions of what types of stretches are good for what things. I'll post links to websites for different stretches. And all of this is kind of leading into know your therapist's scope of practice. The scope of practice is what your therapist is trained and legally allowed to do. They can't prescribe anything, like I said before. We can't tell you that you need to take certain medication or go tell you to take aspirin. We can say stuff that we may do if we are in the same situation. I often tell people if they have tendinitis that I ice my tendinitis. It's really good. It helps to reduce inflammation, and it helps to relieve pain. But I can't say go ice your tendinitis. I can't necessarily tell you that you have tendinitis. I can say that it feels swollen. I can tell you that, say for instance scoliosis, I can tell you that it looks like you may have some curvature in your spine, but I can't say it looks like you have scoliosis or lordosis or kyphosis or anything like that, because that is diagnosing, and diagnosing is not in our scope of practice. If your therapist is doing any of these things, take it with a grain of salt. You may want to go to a new therapist, because that's not part of their job description. It's not their job to tell you what's wrong. It's their job to treat what other people have told you is wrong. They can't tell you you have a herniated disc or anything like that. It's out of our scope of practice. I'm going to stop this video now, and then I'm going to go to a part 2. So hang on, and I'll be right back.